Let me congratulate the member for Kelowna West on his re-election to the Legislative Assembly of British Columbia. Your commitment to public service is appreciated by all, and we are deeply grateful for your involvement in the political process on which our system of parliamentary democracy and the law of Parliament depend. Most of you know Mr. Stewart, but for those of you who may be unfamiliar with him, I thought I would take a few minutes to provide some background. Ben was born and raised in Kelowna. He is the founder of Quails Gate Estate Winery, a family business started with grapes grown by his father, Dick Stewart, who served on Kelowna Council and was a campaign manager for former Premier Bill Bennett. Bill Bennett was Stewart's first real political mentor. He recalls guarding the ice cream freezer at W.A.C. Bennett's summer garden party with my buddy Brad Bennett. I found this quote on the Quails Gate website. We planted our first vines in 1961, but our love affair with the soil goes back to 1908. When Richard Stewart Sr. settled in the area. From working the land, he would go on to establish one of the valley's most successful nurseries. 6 decades later, his son Dick switched over to growing grapes. With the help of Dick's eldest son, Ben, and his wife, Ruth, Quails Gate Winery was founded in 1989. Over the next 2 decades, the entire family became involved in making the company one of the leading producers of premium BC VQA wines. Ben was first elected to the riding of Westside Kelowna, now known as Kelowna West, in 2009. He held a number of cabinet posts before relinquishing his seat to Christy Clark in 2013. There have been 15 members who have left office and returned at a later date. Of those, 3 have resigned so that their leader could run in their riding. Now, with the inclusion of this by-election, 16 members have left office only to return at a later date, and Ben is the 4th member in the history of the Legislative Assembly to step aside for a party leader. The other 3 are Bob Williams for Dave Barrett, Art Cowie for Gordon Campbell, and Kenneth Campbell for John Oliver. Today's ceremony is rooted in the fundamental principles of our parliamentary system of democracy. It is also a celebration of the values which are at the center of our Constitution. This includes the right and responsibility of citizens to participate in the free election of members to serve in this place, to safeguard our democratic traditions, and to guide our collective future. The requirement for members to take an oath began in the 16th century in the House of Commons at Westminster during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. At that time, the oath served as a pledge of loyalty during a time of great political and religious unrest. In today's modern constitutional monarchy, the legal requirement for members' oaths continues, and the requirement to swear or affirm allegiance to the Crown is provided for in both the Federal Constitution Act of 1867 and our Provincial Constitution Act. Today, the oath reflects our constitutional heritage. It also expresses our allegiance to parliamentary democracy and to sustain and renew the institutions represented by the Crown. By making this oath, you are undertaking a call to public service, a call which requires your dedication, passion, and courage. Although not always easy, this work is sustained and made possible by the love from partners and families and friends. Pursuant to Section 24 of the BC Constitution Act, and as authorized by commission of the Lieutenant Governor, it is an honor for me as Clerk of the Legislative Assembly to administer the oath of allegiance and submit the parliamentary roll for your signature. The oath is required to permit you to sit in the House, engage in debates, and vote. The parliamentary roll is signed in witness to a member having taken the oath. The roll we are using today has been signed by all members since 1917. I now invite the Leader of the Official Opposition, Mr. Andrew Wilkinson, and Mr. Ben Stewart, member for Kelowna West, to join me at the table. Yeah. We're just waiting for the Bible.
Okay.
There you go. I was reading it last night. Thank you. Okay, if you take the Bible. Mr. Stewart, I ask you to hold the Bible in one hand and the text of the oath in the other. Here's the oath. And please repeat after me. I, Ben Stewart,
I, Ben Stewart,
do swear that I will be faithful
do swear that I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II,
to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II,
her heirs and successors,
her heirs and successors,
according to law,
according to law.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay. You put that down. You can sign there.
I was going to say, it was too quick when I first was saying that it with your former colleague.
Did you wish the chair, sir?
I also have the pleasure of presenting you with a certificate of election and a member's pin featuring the Assembly symbol of authority and the parliamentary mace. You probably still have your previous one, but now you have two. And this will be,
counted.
yeah, and this is the certificate. Welcome again, huh?
Honored for that.
That's great. Good. Okay. You can go back. The staff of the Legislative Assembly look forward to supporting you in carrying out your responsibilities here and in your riding. It has been an honor to be with you this morning. Thank you to everyone for attending this brief ceremony, and my warm congratulations to the member for Kelowna West on his election as a member of the Legislative Assembly. The next step is at 10 o'clock, reading the certification letter into the record after introductions. And then from there, Mr. Stewart will be able to take his seat and perform his duties as a bona fide member of the Legislative Assembly. Thank you very much.